What's up, guys? So today what you're looking at here is the newest Black Widow. Obviously this Black Widow comes with a ton of accessories, but before we get into this, I want to go ahead and talk about this cool base. The base, I really like it. Obviously it has some circular patterns on the base for you to actually stick in the fire props that you see there. So you can go ahead and just pop the fire props in. Very simple, not that bad. I went ahead and put a couple in. Then there's the smaller holes for the smaller fires that you see there. So pretty simple. Like the base a lot. And there you see in the center of the base it says Hasbro, but I like these flight bases or these jumping bases for the characters. And then in the background there you see the transparent base. Of course, Marvel Legends Toy Biz used to drop the same base, and usually the characters would have like a small hole in the back for you to go ahead and put that base. And then here, if you're noticing, I have her like jumping over the fire, kind of like what they did in the box. The box is a little bit different. It looks more like the explosion is taking her a couple steps back. But what I wanted to show you guys is one of the props that I really like that came with this figure. Something that I really like is the firing rounds. The firing rounds, and they gave her that blue transparent kind of like fire there, so you can show that the rounds are firing from the hands, and I think that was pretty neat. One thing that you have to do though for the firing rounds that you see there is you're gonna go ahead and detach the hand and put the firing round first, and then go ahead and reattach the hand. So these are a couple of the things that you might want to do. Then they gave her those cool electric batons that she's always carrying or fighting with. There you see that, and that looks pretty neat. They gave her two of each, even with the pistols. I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the weapons, and even with the pistols there, you see that she has two gun holsters, so they gave her two pistols. They easily go into those holsters, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. So these are the weapons. There you have the other pistol that goes into the other gun holster. There you have the firing rounds for the hands, and of course the electrical batons that they gave her, which I think these are really cool. Just wish that they would have made it look like more like of an electricity kind of thing coming out of them, but that's just my opinion. And then they gave her interchangeable hands. I mean, here, notice she has 3 pairs of interchangeable hands. And one thing that I like is that these interchangeable hands, these right here are for holding the guns on the trigger. And then you have these are the closed hands that she came with. And then you have these hands that are just for holding the baton. There is no finger out, so it looks like her finger is on the trigger. And then of course a little bit more of the fire props that they gave, so you can stick onto this thing right here, this base, this new base. And I just really like this figure. So now that I went ahead and spoke about all these things, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the head sculpt. This looks like a younger Black Widow. She looks a lot younger. They gave her a really cool head sculpt there. If you can go ahead and look in detail, of course there you see the red hair, traditional Black Widow. And then the uniform is very different. It almost looks like a starting uniform, or like more like a shield uniform than anything. And it's all white, with the exception of the red on the shoulder that you're noticing there. That's just on the shoulder pad there. You see a little bit of that red. And a little bit of the gray, like the gray straps there. And then of course you see it looks like she has those gun holsters there, that black. And then the collar is flaring out a bit. So these are a couple of the things. And then of course the belt buckle with the gun holsters, that's all black. So these are a couple of the things that you're going to notice about this figure, but really like the head sculpt. Looks cool. There you see like the green eyes in the head sculpt. And then of course the uniform is all white. The boots, if you notice there, you could kind of notice the boots there right underneath the padding. So that is very different. I mean, I like this Black Widow a lot. It looks more like a training Black Widow, but I like this deluxe version. I just like it for the simple reason that she comes with a ton of accessories, and there's so much you can do with these interchangeable pieces, whether it's to change the character. If you want to change this Black Widow to one of the older Black Widows, there you see one of my older Black Widows that you're looking at, and you want to put her in maybe, I don't know, a fight position where she's shooting and jumping and shooting her guns, that would be cool. So these are a couple of the things that you can do, but I really do like the stand. It's been a long time since I've seen figures come with these jumping and flying stands, which I would like to see more of. Obviously, the ones I normally get are the thinner ones because they're less noticeable, and they hold the character pretty good because they're actually pretty strong, the ones I buy. And I'll go ahead and probably show you guys that in a later episode about the different bases and so forth. But for now, I just wanted to show you what Black Widow looks like. And there you see how I posed her, just her kind of like jumping away from the fire. And this is pretty much it, guys. So this is the newest deluxe Black Widow by Marvel Legends Hasbro. Alright guys, so the next character that I want to get into is Lena Bulova. I really think that Lena Bulova is a cool and interesting character. One, because she's kind of like the second Black Widow. She's Black Widow Part 2. And one thing that I really like about her is that they're going to be bringing her up in the storyline to the origins of Black Widow. So I think that that's going to play out pretty good. She's also a spy and assassin trained by the Red Room. A couple of the things that you guys should know is that I'm not sure if they're going to link her to Taskmaster when the Black Widow movie drops, because she has also been known to like kind of like study opponents and I guess mimic some kind of moves. So these are a couple of the things that I'm noticing about this one. Obviously, she is the second Black Widow, and she did take the name of Black Widow before. So these are a couple of the things that you want to notice. This is not Black Widow, so just want to clarify that. This is Lena Bulova, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about her because a lot of similarities obviously to the Black Widow, and there you see kind of like the same pattern of Black Widow. You see like the firing rounds around the wrist, and there she has the pistol. She comes with two guns, by the way. She comes with two guns and two interchangeable hands, two of those being open to hold the pistols and two closed hands. And then she comes with a really cool vest, kind of like that bulletproof vest that you're looking at there with a bunch of straps. And that's a nice touch to the vest. And then, of course, the pistol holsters are black, if you're noticing there on the sides, to hold the guns. And yeah, I really like this character. I just want to know what's going to be her angle in the new movie, in the new Black Widow movie. And then one thing that I like about the head sculpt is that you notice that obviously the face is very different from Black Widow. They do have a couple of similarities, but if you notice, she has the blonde hair. Black Widow has the red hair, and that blonde hair you see kind of like pushed back there in a ponytail. So you notice a couple of these things, and this is the big difference about Lena Bulova. I noticed that they did drop her before, but it wasn't Marvel Legends who dropped her, it was Marvel Select. And I want to go ahead and show you guys. There you see my my Black Widow 2. Obviously they did Black Widow 2, and this is a Marvel Select exclusive. And there you see kind of like the base with like these tanks that are about to blow up. And yeah, I think they did a great job with her, dropping Lena Bulova with the blonde hair, kind of like showing you guys, hey, I'm Black Widow as well. Obviously, you know, Natasha, who plays the Black Widow, that's how we all know her, Natasha Romanoff. But this is Lena Bulova. So just wanted to clarify a couple of things, because you guys might just be thinking I'm picking up another Black Widow. For those of you that don't really are not really into the comics, you know, and I think she got her first appearance, if I'm not mistaken, in the Inhuman comics. So these are just some of the things that you should know about this character. And then one cool feature that comes with this Lena Bulova character is the Crimson Dynamo torso. The Crimson Dynamo torso was really neat. It took me a while to kind of clip in some of these parts, like those shoulder blades. They get clipped in, and then there's a back piece. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. There's a small back portion here, if you're noticing, with the jetpack. That also gets clipped in on the sides there. I would actually do the back portion first, and then go ahead and do these huge shoulder pads that you see there on the Crimson Dynamo figure. I really like the torso though, so I know he's going to be a massive figure, just like what they did with that Crimson Dynamo. It's been a long while since we've seen you know, a Crimson Dynamo, so I know that they dropped them in the Iron Man Classics, but it's just not as big as the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure. So that's one thing that I wanted to clarify. And then here, getting back a little bit back into this figure that we're looking at here with Lena Bulova, is that she did have like similar boots to the deluxe Black Widow that I noticed, and then you see a little bit of the padding on the knees, but if you're looking at the boots there, they're a little bit shorter in scale. Of course, the Black Widow that I just spoke about, you notice there on the boots, they're a little bit longer, and then she has a little bit of that knee pad there. Here, the knee padding is a little bit more noticeable because the boots are a little bit shorter. So just a couple of features that I did notice about this figure. And one thing that's really cool is that you can interchange some of these pieces here that you're looking at there, and go ahead and just give her like firing rounds from the hands, or you know, a batons for her to hold, or whatever the case may be. So kind of like you can swap different pieces and you know, see what you feel fits best. If you don't like the black gloves or whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and interchange those hands for the white gloves that you see, the half cut white gloves that you're looking at there. So these are some of the features that are really cool when you get that deluxe Black Widow. And then of course this is part of the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure wave that comes with a bunch of cool characters, but this is Black Widow Part 2, Lena Bulova. Alright guys, so the next Black Widow I want to get into here, there you see the traditional Black Widow, that two-tone uniform there, that black and gray, and of course you see that a little bit more here. However, the gray is darker, so it blends in with that black. This is one of the first Black Widows that were dropped there by Marvel Legends. And then of course this is my other Black Widow. I just want to show you a couple of the different variations of Black Widow. This Black Widow right here came from the Toys R Us exclusive box set. So a lot of people don't realize that the Toys R Us exclusive box set had a variant as well. And there you see the variant Black Widow with the gray uniform. And of course she has the pistols there and the assault rifle. And here you see her with that pistol as well. I really like this uniform a lot from this Toys R Us exclusive. Just wanted to mention because it's almost like a metallic black, but it has like patterns of that blue there, that metallic blue in the black, so it just looks really neat. But getting back to this newest Black Widow figure, there you see the head sculpt, and she looks a lot younger in the head sculpt. If you're noticing the two different head sculpts there, here she looks a little bit older when she was with the Avengers, and here you notice that she looks like she's more of a younger Black Widow. I do like the fact that this gray is a little bit lighter, and it makes the black stick out a little bit more on the uniform. And then of course they gave her the gold wrist firing rounds there that you're looking at, and she's holding a baton. She comes with two batons, by the way. Those are her weapons. This figure has two batons, and then of course it has two closed fists. So there you see the two open fists, and she also comes with that pistol that you're looking at there. And I really like this Black Widow. I like the head sculpt. She does have 2 pistols, by the way, just want to clarify that. And the head sculpt just a lot younger. Black Widow, the hair there, you can tell, very different, but you see that red hair. And in the uniform that you're looking at here, a lot of nice features. You see a little bit of that gray and black on the sides, and on the pads there you see that little red lining there. And then of course the gun holsters that you're looking at, wanted to show that. And then in the back of this figure, that booster pack there, which is pretty neat, and that has some red lining on the booster pack, if you're noticing, almost like a flight pack. And then she comes with the left leg of Crimson Dynamo, which that was nice. The leg is pretty big, you can tell there just looking at her scale next to the leg, that the leg is pretty big. Just go ahead and show you that real quick. And this is the new Black Widow. I like what they did with the belt buckle too. They didn't do it a solid black. They gave her the Black Widow symbol in the center, and they gave it like that gold color as well. And there you see that gun holster with the other gun being held. And this is pretty much it. I mean, I really like this Black Widow. It is more of that traditional Black Widow look in uniform. So there you see that two-tone black and gray on the legs as well. And then the boots are black. And she comes with 2 batons and 2 pistols, like I mentioned before. And this is the Black Widow from the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure. Alright guys, so the last Black Widow I'm going to get into is the Target exclusive Black Widow. Now, I did want to clarify that there is a Walmart exclusive Black Widow, and she has the actual gray uniform, the solid gray uniform. This one right here, if you notice, she has long hair. In the Walmart exclusive, that figure I believe has short hair. So this is a couple of the things that I just wanted to let you guys know. This is the Target exclusive, however, so I want to get directly into it. If you're looking here, just want to go into the head sculpt. And one thing that I like about the head sculpt is that they gave a lighter tone of red hair. And if you notice, she has like blue eyes there. And then that red lipstick. And the uniform is like a pearl color. Almost that off-white that you're looking at there. And then in the belt, it's that gold with the Black Widow logo in the center. And then, of course, the gold firing rounds around the wrist that you're looking at there. Now, a couple of things that I really like is the weapons. I like this pistol they gave her. And I like the props that they gave for the pistols. There you see like the smoke. And you stick that into that pistol and it looks like smoke is coming out, like if you just fired that pistol. And then the same thing here, they gave it the firing round. So it looks really neat. I like the props that are coming out with these weapons. It's something that they should do more with a lot of the other figures. And then here, they gave an assault rifle, and there you see the assault rifle being fired. I like the assault rifle, very realistic assault rifle that they gave her, as you guys can see there. And then of course you could either switch it up for the firing round or the gun smoke coming out of it. I really like the gun smoke image. It looks really neat. I think that that's a nice touch, and definitely something that should come with any of the characters that do have weapons, such as like the Punisher and all these characters that use weapons and so forth. I think that those props should be added. For instance, like the firing round or the gun smoke. All these things are things that should be coming with these characters. And I really like this Black Widow. This is the newest Black Widow because this one was dropped by a Target exclusive. So doesn't come with any Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure pieces. It just comes alone with the Black Widow. And there you see the pearl outfit of the Black Widow. like I said, Walmart also dropped an exclusive, and that's the gray uniform Black Widow. So just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that. And this is the Black Widow Target exclusive. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode on the Black Widow. I want to go ahead and show you a shot of all the Black Widows here, so that way you guys can get a better glimpse of that. And yeah, this is pretty much it. I have a couple more in the actual box sets like I showed you guys of the different types of Black Widow, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, hit that bell for the next notification, and definitely hit us with a like. I'm G Infinite. Peace out, YouTube.